Welcome to the final episode of Season 2 of Am I Old Yet? An audio comedy by Floyd Kennedy, supported entirely by you, the listener, for which I'm so grateful, whether you're donating the price of a cup of coffee at buymeacoffee.com/amioldYet, or if you're a subscriber on patreon.com/amioldYet. This is episode 17, 3 Little Words. Helen, as you may have noticed, really doesn't like to admit it when she's down in the dumps. So when Janey, her very sensitive daughter, phones up to find out how she's doing, she doesn't take it too well.
Mom?
Yes, Janey.
How are you?
How am I?
Yes.
Didn't you ask me that yesterday?
Yes, I know I called you yesterday, but, well, you didn't seem quite yourself.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm always myself. Who else am I going to be?
Yes, I know it's always yourself, but you know what I mean, Mom. You sounded out of sorts.
What do you mean?
Down in the dumps.
What?
All right, depressed.
I did not.
Oh, yes, you did.
Did not.
Well, if you weren't depressed, what were you?
Maybe I was a bit sad.
No, you didn't sound sad. I wouldn't say that. It was different to sad. It was more... Oh, Mom, you seem to not care.
Not care? Oh, Janey, you know I care about you. That is never in any doubt. Why would you think that?
Yes, I know you care about me, but it was you. You seemed to not care about you.
Oh, so usually I just care about myself. How self-centered do you think I am?
No, I do not think you're self-centered, usually. Well, I just wanted to say... Are you okay, all right?
Am I what?
Are you okay? Is everything okay with you? Are you coping all right?
Coping with what?
With work, I don't know, with stuff, with the pandemic.
Oh, Janey, I'm coping. I'm getting on with stuff, as you call it. And sometimes, yes, I admit it, the whole pandemic thing just gets me down. I want it to go away as much as anybody. And I'm not going to pretend to be perfectly happy all the time.
Well, I don't expect you to. I'm certainly not happy all the time. I know that, but...
But what? What's the difference between you and me, then?
Well, I've got John. We can talk about it. Bring each other cups of tea.
Yeah, right.
All right, bring each other glasses of wine and talk some more and maybe even have a giggle, but you're on your own.
Not that much. I talk to the neighbours, I have friends to talk to. And don't forget about my stuff. I'm actually quite busy at the moment. And then there's you.
What do you mean?
Well, you pop over and you phone me and we meet for coffee. You make me sound like a sad, lonely old woman, and Janey... That does not do much for my self-esteem.
Oh, dear Mom, I don't mean to do that. And I don't think you are. But I haven't been coming over so much lately. And every now and then I just start worrying about you.
And you've been busy too, I know that. And it's made me very happy indeed to know that you have something new to be getting on with. I was hoping it would distract you from worrying about me all the time, but apparently not.
Is that what you thought? That I was just sitting around worrying about you all the time?
Well, you've certainly been giving a good impression of that for the past 2 years. Before you started working on the book, you were calling me several times a day, and you were in and out of here like a summer fly.
Oh, what? Oh, that sounds awful. Was I really that annoying?
Well, you know...
Oh, don't try to sugar the pill after you've dosed me with it. Come on, Mum. Several times a day? I don't remember it quite like that.
Well, I'm only slightly exaggerating. Several times a week, for sure. And sometimes more than once a day.
Well, why didn't you say something? I thought I was being helpful.
I know you did. And that's why I didn't say anything. Because as long as we were in lockdown together, we couldn't afford to stir up trouble.
Oh, dear. Goodness me, yes. You know, now you remind me, that first lockdown really knocked me sideways. I was terrified, and more for you than for myself.
I know. I understood that. I was too, to be perfectly honest.
And how about now? Are you still terrified?
No, my terror didn't last all that long. It was more frustration at the nonsense and the ignorance going on all around us. Still is, come to that. But hey-ho, what can you do?
Stuff. You can do stuff. I get that now. And you're right, once I started working on the book, I just didn't have as much room in my life to be quite so terrified. And of course John came back, and that made a huge difference to me. But it also meant I had less time for you.
Which is as it should be. And honey, here's a thought. You love John. You work really well together, always have done. You love being with someone. I don't. I'm good on my own. Not perfect, of course, nobody is. And I'm not saying you and John are perfect together either.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, all right then. Just don't brag about it. But the thing is, it suits you to be with someone. It doesn't suit me. Not a built-in someone. And when we find something that works for us, we want everyone to have it. So it makes perfect sense that you can't understand why I'm not like you.
Oh, yes, that's true. I don't understand it. Is that beeping on your phone?
Oh, I think it's
or
mine. Oh, it's Susie calling. I'll send a message.
Oh, no, don't do that. Put me on hold. I'm not in a hurry.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, which button is it? Oh, gotcha. Hey, Susie.
Hi, Gran. How's things?
Yes, darling.
You okay?
All good my end. I've got your mother on hold. How are you?
Oh, all good my end, too. I'll let you get back to her. Just checking in.
You mean checking up on me?
Of course, that's what I mean.
And I'm very grateful. Thank you, darling. You are an almost perfect granddaughter. Do you know that?
Oh, I never doubted it for a moment. And you are an almost perfect grandmother.
Right. Well, before we drown in this swamp of mutual admiration, what can I do for you?
Oh, Gran, you got me. Well done. Now, so here's the thing. I know you're going over to Mum and Dad's for Christmas dinner, and I'm supposed to be going too, but the other girls in the digs here are having a home away from home dinner, and I'd rather like to stay here for it. Any chance you could raise it with Mum? Sort of pave the way for me?
Why can't you do both?
Oh, it's too complicated, taking tests, public transport on a public holiday.
Oh, yes, of course. That's so silly of me. Well, can you get over there on Boxing Day?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, I'll see what I can do. But Susie...
But, Gran?
No guarantees she still won't be upset.
I know. But she might have calmed down a bit by the time I call her.
And when do I see you?
Oh, Christmas Eve as usual.
Oh, good. Okay, off you go. Stay safe.
Sure thing. Thanks, Gran.
Now, how do I get back? What does that say? Oh, here you are. Janey, you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. So where were we?
You were going to tell me that Susie isn't coming over for Christmas dinner.
What? How do you know that?
Well, you must have switched your phone into conference mode. I just stayed quiet because you and Susie were having a private conversation. I suppose I could have hung up, but now that I think about it, but I think that would have been even more rude.
Oh, Janey, I am so sorry. She doesn't mean to be cruel, you know that, and neither do I.
No, you don't. It's a good lesson to me. Eavesdroppers never hear good of themselves.
But we didn't say anything bad about you. It's just that she knows you'll be upset.
And need to calm down before she can talk to me.
There is that. Are you upset? Are you more upset that she spoke to me first, or that she doesn't want to come to yours for Christmas dinner?
Well, I've always known that she confides in you more than she does in me. But she always opens up to me in the end, and I thank you for that. In fact, I'm very grateful for it. And I totally understand why she doesn't want to hop about all over London, given the circumstances. I think John will be more upset, to be honest. Oh, dear, do you know, Mum, I'm glad I heard that. I got to actually hear you two interacting without me poking my nose in. I'll be fine. I'll sort John out.
Oh, good.
But what I don't understand is this. Why isn't she spending Christmas with Jack?
Jack? In Liverpool?
Oh? Why is he in Liverpool?
She hasn't told you?
Told me what?
Oh, Lordy, me and my big mouth.
Have they split up?
Well, not exactly.
And it's not about your big mouth. It's about her closed mouth. What is wrong with that girl? What have I done to her that she can't tell me important things like that? Not exactly
Well,
what?
they haven't exactly split up. It's just that he's gone home to Liverpool and Susie's staying in London.
For how long?
No idea. They'll work it out. And this is a conversation you need to be having with her, not me.
You're absolutely right. Oh, any suggestions how I should go about it? Diplomatically.
Janey, you're asking me for advice on diplomacy?
Yes, Mum, I am. How do I handle this? How do I confront her with keeping secrets from me without making it worse?
You don't. You do not, under any circumstances, confront her. You suggest that she spends Christmas Day in a bubble with her friends in her flat, and what a lovely daughter she is for wanting to come over on Boxing Day. And you ask her very sweetly and innocently how Jack is, and how his family are, and where is he spending Christmas.
Really? That is so sneaky, Mum. You should be in the Foreign Service, being an ambassador.
No, I shouldn't. Although I couldn't be much worse at it than the current mob.
True. All right, then. I shall compose myself and phone Susie before she gets to phoning me.
Yes, you are on it. And I have just 3 words to say to you.
Yes?
Proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.
And here's 3 more. My favourite daughter.
Your only daughter?
And that makes you my favourite daughter. That was 3 Little Words, episode 17 of Am I Old Yet?, bringing season 2 to a close. The roles of Helen, Janey and Susie were played by me, Floyd Kennedy. The theme music for season 2 was Where the Old Folk Go, also by me, and arranged by Mark Bunyan. You can find out more about Mark and all of our volunteer professional actors on the new website, amiolyet.com. No hyphens. You can also support the podcast by rating and reviewing it on your favourite podcast app, or by dropping a comment over at the website. I do wish you would. And here's wishing you a very warm, safe and loving festive season. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.